Hey guys, welcome back. It's time for a package from Atgames. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in because we are going to take a close look at a new upgrade for my Virtual Pinball Machine from Atgames. Or like I said in the intro, Atgames, yeah. So we're going to not do an Atgaming or Atgames on the Atgames. No, we're going to do an upgrade on the Atgames Virtual Pinball Machine. We're going to take a close look at this new panel. This is a prototype, but let's do a little bit of a chit chat and then tear it down, and we're going to do some assembly in this video. Some time ago, I already made the review about the Virtual Pinball Machine. So if you want to see that, don't forget to check that one out, because I did a full review about the product, what you're going to get. But this control panel is more like an upgrade you can buy in the future. So if you want to have one machine, one dedicated machine to have virtual pinball games, but also want to play some retro games, you have the possibility to upgrade the D-pad, or better said, acrylic plate with the D-pad, into something else. It makes more like a 2-in-1 system. I have seen this before on expensive machines that we're going to get more like a similar thing, but this is quite interesting. But take in consideration the one you're seeing here is a prototype, so it can be a little bit different when they are going to do a final release. Maybe in the future I can also make a video about that, we shall see. But for now we're just going to take a close look at this, and we'll give you an idea how you need to assemble it and what kind of stuff you can do with it. I find it interesting to see that we're having a trackball, 6 buttons and a joystick. So this version, the prototype, is just going to give us a protection, more like a very thin piece of plastic over it. But I'm guessing the final version will have a different, maybe a black box around it that is a little bit more sturdy, because this is more like the cheap plastic. Nevertheless, it just gives you a quick idea how it looks from the inside, and I think it's pretty cool. So when you take a close look at the inside, it's just having a Sanwa lookalike joystick, and I must say the joystick itself is not really bad, and it feels like all the other products from Atgames. So having here 6 buttons with a micro switch, and here we're having the encoder board that we're going to need. We're having the USB connection that we need to put in the machine itself. So what I understand of my contact, this is just hot swappable, and this is going to be just super easy to replace. Okay, so for this part of the video I just moved the microphone over here so you can hear how good is the quality. So you cannot expect a super expensive high quality trackball, but I must say what I like about these Atgames products, that the trackball, even if it's more like a cheaper version, it feels quite nice. And what I mean with a cheaper version, if you're looking at the trackball from Ultimark, that is a shitload of money. And if you look at that, this thing feels quite nice. The buttons are more like the clickies button, long travel, what you can expect with all the Atgames products, and I'm guessing they will improve the buttons in the end, because this again a prototype. The joystick feels like a very nice joystick, and that's what I also like about this Atgames product. If you compare that to Pandora's box, most of the time you're in these very horrible, cheap feel joysticks with wiggle sticks, I like to call them the wicked wiggle sticks, and that is not the case with these joysticks. The spring itself feels quite nice. Okay, so enough chit-chatting about the product. So let's go to the Virtual Pinball Machine and let's do an assembly and let's see how it works. How cool this is. Let's find out. Okay, so there are some parts that you need to remove if you want to assemble the new control board. It's quite easy. By the way, you don't need to remove the 2 parkers. That is one of the parkers that basically belongs to this panel. So the thing that we need to do, we need to remove the black bar at the front and at the side, and that's the only thing we need to do. So let's grab ourselves a screwdriver and let's go. Okay, so here we're having the haptic feedback from Dayton Audio. They're 4 ohm, 3 watt on both sides. So just wanted to give you a quick look at the versions. And also they are of course on the other panel. Okay, here we're having the USB cable. It's going to be a little bit tricky with my cabinet. It's a little bit too short. So the only thing that we need to do, get myself a very tiny screwdriver. So we can loose the screw over there and we can pull out the cable. It's going to be a little bit tricky, but I can get the job done. Alright, so already shown you the bottom part of the control panel. The only thing that we need to connect are the USB connection and of course the red and black cable, because this is for the haptic feedback, because there are 2 completely new haptic feedback sensors inside. Okay, I'm just going to use this tiny screwdriver because my normal post drive doesn't work. Okay, I've loosened it up, so finally you can reach the cable. Just plug it in the control panel. It will automatically get recognized by the system. This is going to be a little bit tricky. Okay guys, so putting this together, it's quite easy. It's just basically plug and play. We just need to remove the 3 metal parts and that's it. And I must say that I do like this joystick for navigating through the menu. I choose it over, can say over the normal D-pad. We don't need the other buttons over there for selecting. We can just press E and B. And in combination with the control button now we can play some awesome retro games. We're having a trackball. So you need to check the arcade net for this. So far I know this is the only way you can play with the joystick. Maybe you can choose the coin-ops way, the naughty way, but in the end you can now basically play shoot 'em ups the way how it's supposed to be. So I'll give you a quick example. We're going into the streaming mode. Don't mind my choppy gameplay because I have some bad connection over here. Let's choose some different modes. Because basically we're having the aspect ratio mode. This is the original aspect ratio, but you can also choose like full screen, and I can say that it looks really amazing. Alright guys, so this was more the video about the panel upgrade for your Virtual Pinball Atgames. I'm very curious how the final product will look, but in the end I think it's a great addition to my pinball machine. So yeah, let me know in the comments what do you think of this. I want to thank you for watching. Consider subscribing, hit the little bell, become on the Wicked family, and I will see you in the next video.